Um, you know what's nice about finishing something in oil is the actual oiling. Uh, it always lets out. Look at that. That's apple. Isn't that pretty?
That's really beautiful. What were you saying about the tongue tree, Jack?
Yeah, so tongue oil is from the nut of the tongue tree, which is a Chinese tree. I'm not sure if it actually might even say on cans, but Minwax, which is a pretty, oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the side you haven't polished.
Mm.
So you wipe it on. It's not a finish that builds. It's a finish that's in the wood, not on the wood. So it tends to look like wood after, not plastic.
Right.
So
What were you saying that was really cool about the idea that when you're using tongue oil, when you're using tongue oil, it's about the preparation of the wood finish that makes tongue oil such an appropriate
yeah,
choice.
you can kind of see the
Talk
glass.
about that a little bit.
You can see the glass surfaces on that, eh?
What do you mean glass
Well, like
surfaces?
the wood already looks like it has a finish.
It doesn't
shiny.
even look like wood. It looks like
Like
marble.
maybe get the camera to try to get an angle that shows it.
Yeah, I'm just sort of focusing on what you're doing here. It's just
Oh,
sort of interesting little facts that you're talking about
Yeah,
in terms about tongue oil and preparatory finishes.
it's great for this kind of thing where there's cracks and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because you can let it flood in, and because it soaks in, you don't have to go in and sort of prepare those surfaces,
Yeah.
which otherwise you wouldn't be able to do. So it's a great finish for dealing with the cracks. 'Cause
Really
you can
showing off
just-
wood's beauty, huh?
You can just you can get all the finish into those cracks.
Nice.
Which, if you sprayed, you'd have to keep spraying, and then you have to, sort of.
What were you saying? Polish the finish.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this is just we don't see this side, do we?
Nope.
You never want to touch it with your fingers.
Nope. You never do.
No. That's the bottom. We're only going to do a one-coat finish, too.
That's fine.
Which typically tongue oil requires 3, but because we, as you say, prepared the surface, it's not required.
Oh, interesting.
We've already built a sheen by
Right.
sanding.
What's the? I noticed that when you were preparing the surfaces of these beautiful woods, I noticed you went from 150 to 180, 220, 320, and right up to 500. What's the highest you've ever gone?
6,000.
Wow.
But that's like sanding with toilet paper. But we did sand with a cloth, so we did go above that. You wiping it down with
yeah, I noticed
cloths
that.
was actually sanding.
Nice step, eh? You were saying that step's
At
important.
that level, these will sand.
Sweet.
Like if I gave you 6,000 grit paper, you'd say it was smoother than this cloth.
Wow.
Okay.
Sweet.
Some common old ways would be to burnish it with the wood itself, which is a burnishing, which is a sanding.
Right. Nice.
Okay, so the apple looks great, Vaughn. Really rich. It's pretty rich.
I love its character.
Yeah, it's a good wood. Which of course it's not a commercially available wood, right?
I don't remember going into Home Depot and asking for apple wood.
No, you wouldn't find that, would you?
I think what's unique about something I've learned about the process of woodworking Jack's style is that this particular piece that he's working on has started from an actual sighting of a tree
Yes.
and the felling of the tree, to taking the tree to a mill under his care and control, getting it cut exactly the way he wants. And,
Yeah, and
I
this
just
was- this
love
one
I
in
just love the
particular was-
artistic flavors of trees, but more importantly, how you're kind of, to me, kind of
This
like
one's
a
been in
conductor.
my possession for a long time.
How long, Jack?
Well, geez, when was that, Bon? When was, that was 90s? Is that the 90s?
Is there such a decade?
When did you get married? When?
1890, something like that?
No, no.
1894?
19 what?
1992.
Yeah, so it was the early 90s.
Wow.
So that's, I mean, to me, it's still the 90s because I'm old. I still feel like it's the 90s.
Okay.
And when people go, it's 2018, I go, what? That's 28 years ago?
I signed off around 1996.
28 years ago. I did not own my own house,
Wow.
right?
Or this shop.
Or the shop, that's right. No, this was
You know,
carried
also-
with me for everywhere. Ooh.
You know what I also wanted to compliment was that yesterday when I was watching you turn that handle, which we're looking at right now, that
This little one here.
you'd almost think it was like a birch branch in a way from this
It
camera.
was pretty much a tree. You could have picked it up in the woods. I know.
Yeah,
There was no
what was
milling.
amazing was I saw that, to me, what looked like you started to turn a boat anchor. Okay, gnarly on the outside, and just all kinds of dangerous crap going on, and just how you must. I heard you talk about it the other day. Just talking to yourself. Yeah, gotta turn it because you saw something. Experience. It's really sweet.
Well, I mean, this was done under a certain time frame,
Yeah.
and
Pretty proud. When did we start this, Jack?
I think that we've got. This is the third day, although today is just.
Yeah, we finished
It's the
assembling.
third day, but a lot of at least 50% of those days were spent,
Assembling the assets.
spent in selecting, not actually doing. The doing itself was pretty fast.
I
would
so.
think.
I thought so.
Yeah.
It was pretty deliberate.
Look at that wood. man.
Oh, I know.
Bring the camera around. You'll
Yeah,
see
I'm
that
coming
it's
around
just-
right now.
It's just dancing like crazy. So we keep flooding it until it starts to tack, and then we have to rub it down. We have to polish it
Okay.
to rub it. It'll start to tack up.
Okay.
But I'm surprised how much figures down at this end, which didn't appear to have any, did it?
I know.
You sort of see it dry there, and you need to keep rubbing it in.
Yeah.
It's more end grain there.
Nice. Beautiful.
So that's good.
That's beautiful. That's just pretty as
Yeah,
all get out.
It's one of the
It's all
joys
get
of,
out.
of rubbing
Nice.
finishes. So now I'll
Yeah.
do the bottom of this one,
Okay.
so we can turn it over a little bit.
There we go. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow.
Of course, we don't see this, eh?
Well, it's kind of like wearing your sister's underwear. Nobody knows but you.
Yeah, until you get,
all good.
once you have ownership of it,
Just like that part
it
off.
becomes something personal.
That's one of the other things I really enjoyed about this design process. Assembly process of assets, I guess I gotta keep saying, is as we turn this thing around, each vista carries its own beautiful composition of sorts, balance.
Yeah, I thought we spent a lot of time criticizing its shape.
Yes.
Its
Form, that's a word.
yeah, its configuration.
I like
guess.
that word. I like that word.
And being critical of it.
Yeah, but yeah. Just trying to help it be what I wanted to be. I think.
I think we all, we explored all the options, moving the elements. Although initially the elements were something, I don't know if they are anymore. And it's often just enough to have an idea of what they are, to sort of order things, but really, at the very end of it, just has to look good.
Right.
Which I suppose is subjective, but.
Stopping
but
when
it's
it does so.
Huh?
And stopping when it does so.
Yeah, yeah. So cracks are usually hard, this way,
Gotta kind of sop it in, eh?
well, it will, it'll just go in, but it won't build a film, and it won't feel like you know, blobbed a bunch in, like
Right.
if you had like polyurethane and you just went big drips and stuff, right?
Right.
So it's kind of good that way.
Nice. How long does tung oil essentially take to kind of
Well,
dry at
we'll
a
be able
flip
to-
over workable level?
Because of the surface prep that we did prior to, you'll be able to pick this up in 2 hours.
Nice.
It'll be dry.
Nice.
It won't be cured, but it'll be dry and smooth
Got till Wednesday or Thursday to
as
worry
we
about
did it.
that. Good.
Well, you'll be able to take it today. This is going today.
This is beautiful. Well, what I meant was the time it really matters to us.
Okay, so I got a time for me to change or fold over because I'm getting
Saturation levels.
I'm getting little blue pieces.
Oh, okay. Color of the cloth, as it were.
I'll
Nice.
turn that over.
I really like the explosion of clean rectangular energy from one side to the, I almost call like the ocean's tide, as it were, breaking up and lapping up the other way. That what do you call that, Jack?
What?
When the edge of the tree has been used in your design?
Oh, the free edge?
Yeah, the free
bark,
edge.
The bark edge is
Yeah,
the natural edge.
yeah.
I mean, we all love to take a round trunk and turn it into square rectilinear pieces.
Yeah, exactly what it was.
They appear to become useful. But
Also-
there's a beauty in the edge because it represents the last living layer of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Nice.
well, the apple looks great now.
Yeah. Wow. Again, where did you get the apple, Jack?
The apple came from around Martintown.
Martin, where's that?
That's near the 401 around Kingston.
Oh, okay, perfect.
There's a different forest composition down that way. It's
Nice.
actually the Carolinian forest.
Okay.
So there are trees that are common to the Appalachians in the United States because of the climate of the,
Sweet.
and so certain
Whoa, I
varieties grow
love-
there that don't grow here.
One of my favorite things to sort of talk to myself about in this project is those columns.
Yeah, I don't,
Just
is that what
love-
we're gonna call them?
Well, it's all right. That's what I'm calling them.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
You know?
Not sure what they were initially were.
Wow. I wasn't sure.
I like
I
them.
wasn't sure if they were just like functionally necessary, but I immediately saw it that they were first of all a fruition of pardon the pun, a fruition of Little House on the Prairie kind of
Yeah, I guess that was the initial.
right, like a wraparound beautiful open prairie fence or sorry porch, and then I sort of started seeing them as the actual trees that are around a home.
Yeah, I kinda got that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Also columns in a porch.
Well, just like yeah.
Yeah, it was,
They
I'm
went
not
from
sure what they
functionally
are.
necessary
Not
to
sure
being
what they are now.
spiritually rewarding now.
They're gorgeous lumber. They're,
Yeah.
they're burls, which
Yeah.
are an abnormal growth
Yeah.
or an abnormality in the tree, and I always liked burls because I thought just that profound truth about the beauty of abnormalities,
Mm-hmm.
not the beauty of normal.
Yeah. And this was not, what I've sort of found beautiful about it is that the burls are not commercially attractive woods. And
Yeah, they're pretty raunchy.
right? Like, I mean, this is just not production that people want to have to deal with. But what I can't believe is that like I said the other day, how I found that those pearls were just about the sweetest apples on the tree,
Yeah, they are pretty nice. These,
you know?
so I think that's the one, or no, was it this one?
found-
You said this one? You said this is the one.
Oh, maybe that was the one. But it was
Although
one of
that
those.
one does look
It
pretty
was
good.
one of those back ones though that you were turning, allowing to come out of the shape. It's beautiful. Working at getting rid of the unfocus. I love it. I really, really like that handle though on that lid though. I can't believe no matter how you turned it, sideways, it's just the harmony of those two trees, and they are from the same tree. You can tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Beautiful.
Yeah, I thought the top was, as pretty as it was uninterrupted. It just felt too broad.
Mm-hmm.
I think even you said, oh, look, it's interference. And that was, of course, by accident, probably, I think.
Maybe.
To a certain degree. Like, it wasn't really decided to do thirds. It was just
Oh, well.
placed visually,
Yeah.
right?
Overanalyze everything I do.
So there is the apple was
Wow.
quite understated.
Yeah. I like that.
It's rich. Okay, so
It's confident.
I think that's it.
Want me to stop this? No, I'll keep going. It's all good.
Yeah, no, you can stop and we'll do another video.